So an affirmation that I would love to leave you guys with today is, thank you, God, source, spirit, whatever you believe in. Thank you for helping me to connect with my heart, connect with God, the universe, so I can hear what I am guided toward. Thank you for helping me to make the change in my life that I need to make. Thank you for helping me to release old thoughts and belief patterns so that I can find the best version of what I need to move on. Thank you for helping me to heal and grow in this way. You can use it with your kids. The way I would do it with a kid is, thank you, Source, Universe, God, for helping me to hear my heart and knowing when I need to make a change in my life. Thank you for helping me continue to grow in the best version of me. Thank you for helping me to realize my important thoughts and beliefs along my journey. And so it is. Hi, Conscious Parents, it's Carrie here, and I am here with a little info about raising our mindful kids. I've got some tips and tricks about breaking free of the box and becoming who you are and teaching your kids how to do that along the way. Join us. Hi there, and welcome back to another bonus episode. It's Carrie, your friendly intuitive mama here. I'm so excited to have you today. And today's focus is going to be on parents and moms. We're going to be looking at some pieces and tips and tools that can help you to reset your system, to reset your energy, to protect yourself as a mom or dad, and to recharge yourself. So also, one other thing I want you to think about in today's episode is we're going to be talking about how to change patterns that we may have going on in our lives. Let's dive right in today. So, as a highly sensitive parent, there are times that I definitely take on my kids' energy and I need to think about recharging and replenishing my own energy. So there's a guided meditation that I love to do and I would love to teach it to you guys. So if you would like to sit back and relax and go on this journey with me, or you can take it all in and try it again later. This one comes from Psychic Psychology. I pull a lot of my guided meditations from them. I love it so much. And I have linked that on my Amazon, so you can check it out now. I am starting to link more and more of my favorite books and tips and tools. So sit back in your seat and let's think about this change of energy, this letting go of energy of ourselves and receiving our own energy for ourselves back, as well as giving our children their own energy back. The other one you can do is give your partner their energy back. You can try it with your own parents as a parent, even giving that energy back. If there's a neighbor or a friend that maybe you've had a run-in with, you can give that energy back to them, take your own energy back. So this has been one that I love doing for myself. If I ever feel like I have a funky moment with somebody, or even just recharging myself for my kids after a long weekend, this is one that I go to. So let's close our eyes. We're going to take a deep breath in, deep breath out. We're going to do that one more time. And we can feel ourselves grounded in our chair, our feet flat on the floor, our backs against the back of our chairs. We can feel our mind feeling in a calm state where it doesn't feel like anything is coming in or going out. We're just present in this moment, listening to Carrie, guiding us on this journey of connecting with ourselves. We can feel our hands sitting on our laps, however you may feel seated. And we're in this moment together right now. We're going to picture ourselves sitting in a chair, or feel ourselves sitting in our chair. And we can picture somebody standing or sitting across from us. I'm going to picture one of my kiddos. So I'm going to picture my kiddo standing across from me. It's a happy moment. My kiddo's dancing around. And I see a rose laying in front of me by my feet. I see a rose laying in front of my kiddo by their feet. The rose in front of my kiddo belongs to me. The rose in front of me belongs to my kiddo. And you're going to see how in just a moment. So with this next inhale, I'm going to inhale all of my kiddo's energy. I'm going to feel my kiddo's energy that has been placed onto me. Maybe they've had fits. Maybe they've had moments where they need extra support. Maybe they've had moments where they've lashed out verbally. I'm going to picture that energy coming into my mouth area. And as I blow out, I'm going to picture that energy being pulled from me and onto the rose in front of my child. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to breathe in. And as I exhale, I'm going to picture all the energy coming off different parts of my body this time. It's all coming off and it's going onto the rose that's in front of my child. Now we're going to do that for ourselves, right? So this time we're going to inhale. We're going to picture all of the energy of us that has been placed on our child. Maybe with our guiding, maybe it's energy that we've said we haven't meant something if we've repeated something. So we're going to breathe in. And we picture all of that energy coming together at our mouth this time. We're going to blow out. We're going to picture all of that energy going on to the rose that is in front of me. So this is my own energy that I have put onto my child. It's coming back to the rose in front of me, maybe near my feet on the ground. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to breathe in. I'm going to picture all of my energy that has been put onto my child coming to the surface. And I'm going to picture all that energy coming off my child, going onto the rose at my feet. Now I'm going to pick up that rose. I'm going to pick up my rose that's at my feet. My child is going to pick up their rose that is at their feet. And we're each going to feel our own energy coming back into our bodies. This is a positive thing. All of our love for each other, all of our own energy that we have shed onto the other person, maybe by choice, maybe not by choice, but by chance. And we're absorbing that own energy into ourselves. Now I like to picture the sun's golden light coming down and covering me fully. It's also coming down and covering my child fully and filling her or him. Every single cell in their body feels warm and refilled and replenished. Now I'm going to say thank you so much for giving me my energy back. Thank you for taking your energy back. I love you so much. Thank you for doing this with me. And I'm going to tip my head or my body. I'm going to invert it so I can let out any of that extra energy. I'm pouring it out. We don't need that extra energy. And I'm going to picture my feet grounded, stable on the ground. My bottom grounded, stable in my chair. My back grounded, stable against the chair back. My hands grounded, stable on my thighs or wherever you placed your hands in your lap. And we can open our eye, or before we open our eyes, I like to say, and so it is. Thank you so much. And I open my eyes. So that's one that I have been doing lately for myself. I've done it with my parents. I've done it with my husband, my partner. I've done it with anybody that I've had any conflict or haven't felt like a positive space. Even if I looked at somebody funky and then I later felt bad for it, it's something I can do. Anytime that you think of somebody in your life, you're bringing that energy, you're bringing that moment into your heart space. So even if I go back to something that I didn't want to think about, I can think about doing this again, because energy is something that can be exchanged or changed or absorbed or released. So it's important that we think about these pieces. You know, I often think in my mind, is this something that I would want to do, is give my kids energy back? Is this something I would want to do, taking my energy off of my kid? And the answer that I've come up with is, it's important that I am recharged in my whole version of myself. And my kid is recharged in their whole version of themselves, because then that allows us to be the best versions of us as we go into the day. And if we're not completely replenished in our own energy, then it can be harder to take on tasks. It can be harder to do things during the day. So that's why it's important to do things like this. So as we're doing this and as we're connecting and recharging and giving energy back, taking our energy back, it's really important that we think about another piece of the puzzle. It's important that we think about changing patterns in our lives. So we're already doing that as change maker parents, right? We're taking what may have served us and worked well in our parenting or in our childhood journey into now. We're leaving behind things that may not work with our own kids. We're changing patterns. We are looking at what's good and what isn't good that we take on with our kids. And we are teaching our kids to be change makers so they accept and change or keep things as they want. So when we're thinking about this, I like to think about an affirmation or a prayer that I can use in myself and one that I can also teach my kids as well, because it's really important that we think about changing patterns for the better. It's important that we change our mindsets toward the positive. It's important that we're modeling it for our kids, because if we're not being the change, why would they want to be the change, right? So an affirmation that I would love to leave you guys with today is, thank you, God, source, spirit, whatever you believe in. Thank you for helping me to connect with my heart, connect with God, the universe, so I can hear what I am guided toward. Thank you for helping me to make the change in my life that I need to make. Thank you for helping me to release old thoughts and belief patterns so that I can find the best version of what I need to move on. Thank you for helping me to heal and grow in this way. You can use it with your kids. The way I would do it with a kid is, thank you, Source, Universe, God, for helping me to hear my heart and knowing when I need to make a change in my life. Thank you for helping me continue to grow in the best version of me. Thank you for helping me to realize my important thoughts and beliefs along my journey. And so it is. Thank you so much for joining us today. I love this idea of changing these patterns and concepts, and we're going to be looking at that more. I hope that you can kind of reflect on that self. And if you're not into journaling, you might think about it. I don't know. You might think about it. It's a big piece of what has helped me to get to where I am, and I really recommend it. And believe me, I was the person with my head in the sand, not wanting to journal because I had to journal through my whole childhood. Coming back to it has been a huge piece. Even if it's 5 minutes a day, journal right now. I do it with my almost 7-year-old. She does it at the same time. And she has the big life journal that she opens and she does. It's really cute. So we sit and we journal for a little while. Happy week, Changemaker parents. Well, that's a wrap. Thanks so much for tuning in, Changemakers. This is Carrie. And if you haven't done a review for us, 5 stars and a little few words about what you've enjoyed in our podcast episodes, we would really appreciate it. If you guys would like to ever message me, I would love any questions you have or any feedback at info@hearttoheartlife.com. We also have a brand new website, which we're super excited to share. It's hearttoheartlife.com. Thanks so much for tuning in, and happy life, happy times, Changemaker families. Bye. Please remember that the information shared on this podcast is educational in nature and does not constitute licensed mental health advice. If you need such advice, you should speak with a licensed professional about your unique situation. Thanks so much, happy listeners.